After high school, I actually went to a junior college, and because my parents wanted me to stay home. As being the first child, they weren't quite ready to let me go. So I went to junior college, and I decided that being one of four, that I was going to be self-sufficient in my college cost. So I made sure that I got a grade point average that nobody could scoff at. So I ended up getting a 4.0 and a scholarship to Florida Atlantic University. And so I was able to pay for all of my own education. And I know it's harder these years now with kids, because I think the cost of a good education is quite expensive. And so, but there are lots of different ways that you can, put together financial packages. And I would really encourage you not to think that finance will hold you back. You should look at all the different avenues to help you finance your education. And so from there, that's when I graduated and I went to Arthur Andersen. But I decided then that I also needed to carry on my education. And so after 6.5 years at Arthur Andersen, I went and got my MBA at University of Michigan. And it was important for me to get a degree, again, consistent with how I've always sort of managed my career and my education. I always wanted to get the best that I could. And so I decided on the University of Michigan. They had a wonderful MBA program. And again, I wanted to be self-sufficient in all of my costs. And, I didn't really want to bring on debt, things like that. So I ended up teaching, I taught undergraduate accounting. And when you do that, you get a reduction in your fees for school, and you also get a stipend. And so I had saved up enough money, and I had this stipend and a reduction in the cost. And so for me, again, I was able to get a great education and come out essentially debt-free. So there's ways to do it. You just have to be a little crafty, but you can. And so I always think, life is a lifelong learning process. And even while I've been in work, I've always done sort of continuing education. But I also think that, when I'm done working, I want to go back to school. So I don't know what it will be, but I think education is premier.